Hi everyone, welcome back. If you enjoy creating a calm home, today's video will share simple closet hacks that truly make life easier. I'm so happy you're here, and I promise this episode is filled with practical tips that will save you space, time, and energy. Have you ever opened your closet, taken a deep breath, and immediately felt stressed? It happens to all of us, clothes everywhere, drawers that barely close, and that constant feeling of, I have nothing to wear, even when the shelves are full. My goal today is to help you create a wardrobe that feels neat, breathable, and effortless to use every single day. And every tip I'll share comes from real experience. So stay with me until the end, and don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more gentle, practical home organization routines. Now let's begin. To begin this section, let's ease into the upright folding method. A simple habit that transforms messy drawers into calm, spacious, easy-to-use compartments. When it comes to keeping a wardrobe tidy without spending too much time, one of the simplest habits I've learned is folding clothes upright, what many people call the file-style fold. It sounds almost too easy, but this small change can save an impressive amount of space and make daily dressing so much smoother. I started using this method during a period when my drawers were constantly overflowing, yet I still felt like I had nothing to wear. Traditional stacking made everything look neat for a moment, but the second I pulled out a shirt from the middle of the pile, the whole stack collapsed, leaving a messy drawer and a little wave of frustration. Folding upright changed everything. By placing each piece vertically like documents in a file cabinet, my drawers suddenly felt twice as spacious. T-shirts, pajama sets, leggings, and workout clothes all fit beautifully in this format. The practical difference is huge. A small drawer that used to hold around 10 shirts can now fit 18 to 20 with ease. And because every item stands on its own, I can see exactly what I have the moment I slide the drawer open. No more forgotten tops hiding at the bottom, no more buying duplicates because I didn't realize I already owned a similar color. It's amazing how often I catch myself thinking, there's that blue shirt, I should wear it today. What surprised me most is how this tiny habit reduces mental clutter. Instead of wrestling with piles of fabric, I feel like I'm choosing from a tidy little boutique curated just for me. When your clothes are easy to see, they're easier to use, and suddenly your wardrobe feels bigger, fresher, and far more manageable. If you enjoy simple habits that make life easier, don't miss tomorrow's video. I'll be sharing a set of everyday Japanese-inspired routines that quietly transform your home and mindset. It's practical, calming, and genuinely useful, so make sure to come back for it. Now that we've created more space inside the drawers, let's talk about a tiny closet habit that quietly reveals which clothes truly deserve that space. Now that we've created more space, let's move into the hanger reversal trick. It sounds almost playful, but this little trick reveals the truth about what you actually wear. The idea is straightforward: flip every hanger the opposite direction or turn every folded item inside out. Then live your life as usual. Each time you wear something, wash it and return it to the closet. You hang it back in the normal direction. Over the next 3 to 6 months, your wardrobe quietly shows you which pieces earn their space and which ones only take it. What amazed me is how honest the results are. The clothes you reach for without thinking, the comfortable white shirt you wear weekly, the cardigan that goes with everything, the pair of joggers you practically live in, these items quickly return to the normal hanger direction. They're clearly worth keeping. But the forgotten pieces also reveal themselves. A thick coat that has been too warm for months, a pair of skinny jeans that no longer feels flattering, or a top you once loved but never actually pick up. These items stay untouched, their hangers still reversed. Seeing that visual contrast makes decluttering so much easier because you're no longer guessing. The truth is right in front of you. For those who can make quick decisions, it's perfectly fine to let go of anything you haven't worn once during the entire cycle. But if you're like many of us and feel unsure, there's a gentler approach schedule, a test week or test month. Wear each questionable item at least once. After actually feeling it on your body and seeing how it fits your current lifestyle, you'll know instantly whether it belongs in your wardrobe or not. This method has helped me remove guilt, reduce hesitation, and keep only the clothes that genuinely support my everyday life. A closet filled with pieces you truly wear feels lighter, calmer, and beautifully intentional. And once you know which pieces you actually wear, the next step is caring for them properly. Next, we arrive at store clothes so they keep their shape, Some garments lose their shape quickly simply because they're stored the wrong way. Over time, I've learned a few gentle habits that protect the structure of my clothes while also keeping my closet looking tidy and intentional. One of the first lessons I picked up was about knitwear. Sweaters and cardigans especially, the softer, heavier ones tend to stretch at the shoulders when they're hung like regular tops. Instead, I fold them in half and drape them over a wide wing-shaped hanger so the weight is distributed more evenly. For delicate knits or long cardigans, I often skip hanging altogether and place them neatly on a shelf. I once had a long cardigan that kept getting longer and longer at the hem until I finally switched to folding it, and almost immediately it kept its shape. Shirts need a different type of care. I always button at least the first 1 or 2 buttons before hanging them up. It sounds tiny, but it keeps the collar upright and prevents the neckline from warping. A well-shaped shirt collar makes the whole outfit look cleaner, and I've noticed that my shirts simply last longer when I store them this way. For dress trousers, the key is respecting their natural crease. I fold them along the original pleat and use a padded clamp hanger to keep them in place. Without padding, metal clips can leave marks or dent the fabric. With padding, the trousers stay smooth, crisp, and ready to wear. Long dresses also need special attention. Maxi dresses hung for too long can gradually stretch from their own weight, causing the hem to drag. Switching to clip hangers or folding some dresses when the fabric allows helps prevent this slow downward pull. These small storing habits may seem simple, but they protect the structure of every piece, extend the life of your wardrobe, and help everything look fresher for longer. After protecting the shape of your main garments, we can shift our attention to the little things, those accessories that often create the biggest mess if we don't manage them well. Now let's shift to organizing accessories without stress. Underwear, socks, belts, and hair accessories all behave better when they have a defined home. Instead of tossing everything into one big drawer, I place them in small divided boxes. It's amazing how much this reduces visual clutter. When every pair of socks has its own tiny slot, I no longer spend my mornings digging through a messy pile just to find a matching pair. Jewelry storage is another area where a little care goes a long way. I once kept all my necklaces in a single pouch, and they would tangle so badly that I sometimes gave up wearing them altogether. Now I use fabric-lined trays with individual sections, so each piece sits neatly on its own. The softness of the lining protects delicate metals, and the separate compartments keep chains from knotting. Opening the box feels like browsing a tiny jewelry boutique rather than untangling a puzzle. Handbags also need thoughtful storage. To prevent them from losing shape, I fill them with tissue paper or clean packing paper, then stand them upright on a shelf. This keeps the leather from collapsing and helps the bag look newer for longer. For more flexible totes, I fold them and place them in a fabric basket instead of letting them hang awkwardly from a hook. This not only saves space, but also keeps the closet visually cleaner. Even belts stay neater when rolled gently and placed in a small box rather than thrown into a corner. The same goes for hair accessories. Keeping them in a clear jar or small tray makes them easy to see and prevents them from disappearing into the void of a drawer. These small adjustments make everyday dressing effortless and transform a cluttered wardrobe into a calm, easy-to-use space. Once everything has its own place, keeping the closet fresh becomes so much easier. At this point, we move into preventing closet odors and humidity, simple habits that keep your wardrobe airy, clean, and pleasantly fresh throughout the year. Keeping a wardrobe fresh and odor-free is simpler than many people think, and these small habits truly make a big difference. I often battle with humidity rainy seasons and a closet that somehow never feels big enough. I've learned that keeping your clothes smelling pleasant is just as important as keeping them organized. I place a few moisture-absorbing packets or charcoal bags at the bottom of my wardrobe. They quietly work in the background, pulling out dampness before it has the chance to settle into fabrics. During the rainy months, especially when jackets take longer to dry, a single charcoal pouch can prevent that musty smell from spreading through the entire closet. It's a small safeguard that has saved many of my coats from turning unpleasant. I also make it a habit to wipe down my wardrobe every 2 to 3 months. Warm water mixed with a splash of vinegar does wonders, not only removing dust, but neutralizing trapped odors. The scent of vinegar fades quickly, leaving behind a clean, airy freshness. It's a simple ritual, but each time I open the closet afterward, I feel a tiny spark of relief, like giving my clothes a cleaner home to rest in. Another thing I've learned is to avoid stuffing the closet too tightly. When clothes don't have room to breathe, they trap moisture, crease more easily, and develop unwanted smells. I remind myself that a slightly emptier wardrobe often feels much more luxurious. Clothes hang smoothly, and I can find what I need without digging through cramped layers. For a low-cost but surprisingly effective trick, I sometimes place a few bars of soap inside my drawers. It's an old-fashioned solution my mother taught me, and I still smile every time I catch that faint, comforting scent when choosing an outfit. Soap keeps fabric smelling gentle and clean without overwhelming fragrances. These small habits don't take much time, but they create a wardrobe that feels fresher, lighter, and far more pleasant to use, especially on busy days when I just need one corner of my life to feel calm and under control. And when the closet already feels clean and airy, maintaining that freshness only takes a minute a day. Right now, let's explore the 1-minute closet rule. A tiny daily act that quietly lightens your wardrobe without the stress of a full decluttering session. The 1-minute, 1-item rule is one of the simplest habits I've ever adopted for keeping my closet under control. It's a tiny action, but it quietly transforms the wardrobe day by day without overwhelming you. Every time I open my closet to grab something, whether it's a pair of jeans or a jacket, I take just 1 extra minute to scan the shelf or the hanger next to it. If I spot something I haven't worn in months or something that's clearly past its best, I place it straight into my declutter bag. There's no dramatic cleaning day, no exhausting hours pulling everything out. Just small, intentional choices. As a woman who juggles work, home, and far too many errands, this little routine has saved me from the chaos of a full-blown closet purge. For example, one morning I reached for my favorite jeans. Right beside them was another pair I hadn't touched in years. The knees had faded, and the fabric felt tired. Instead of convincing myself I might wear them someday, I simply folded them and dropped them into my declutter bag. Another time, while picking out a jacket, I noticed a hoodie with appealing graphic print. It no longer looked good, and honestly, I wasn't excited to wear it anymore. Into the recycling bag it went without hesitation or stress. What I love about this habit is how gentle and forgiving it feels. There's no pressure to make dozens of decisions at once. When you take tiny steps daily, the wardrobe slowly becomes lighter, clearer, and more aligned with who you are today, not who you were 5 years ago. And for someone who gets easily overwhelmed by clutter, avoiding a massive cleanup session is a huge relief. Over weeks and months, these 1-minute decisions add up. You begin to see space where there used to be clutter, and choosing outfits becomes easier and more enjoyable. It's a cleansing process, not just for the closet, but for the mind. Too quiet, steady, and surprisingly comforting. Still, some pieces need a little more time and thought, which is why I like keeping a small pending basket to help me make calmer decisions. Next, let's take a closer look at the weekend basket method. Using a pending basket in the closet is one of the kindest gifts I've given myself, especially on days when decision-making feels heavy. There are always those pieces that fall into the confusing middle ground items I'm not ready to let go of, yet not sure I truly want to keep. Instead of forcing quick decisions, I place them into a small basket I keep right inside the wardrobe. This little basket works like a gentle pause button. Whenever I come across a dress that no longer fits perfectly or a jacket I rarely reach for, I simply drop it in without overthinking. The rule is simple, no pressure during the week. I allow myself to revisit everything only once, usually on the weekend when my mind is calmer and I can make more thoughtful choices. It prevents me from feeling guilty about letting things go, but also stops me from clinging to clothes that no longer serve me. One week, for example, I put a lovely dress into the basket because it felt slightly tight. On Sunday, with better lighting and more time, I tried it on again. That was when I realized it could easily be altered, so I decided to keep it and send it for tailoring. Another time, I placed a beautiful coat in the basket, one I liked but rarely used. At the end of the month, I noticed I hadn't touched it once. That clarity made it easier to donate it to someone who would actually wear it. This pending basket frees me from daily decision fatigue and keeps my closet from becoming stagnant. By giving myself space to think, I make better choices, and my wardrobe becomes calmer, lighter, and much more intentional. Of course, staying organized isn't just about what we remove, it's also about how we bring new items in, and that's where a simple shopping rule makes all the difference. Right now, we arrive at the shopping rule. It's simple, direct, and surprisingly grounding. This rule keeps my closet balanced and prevents that slow, overwhelming buildup that used to stress me out. What I love about this method is how it gently encourages intention. Instead of buying on pure emotion, I've learned to pause and ask myself, is this worth replacing something I already own? It turns every purchase into a thoughtful decision rather than a spontaneous reaction. And as someone who easily falls in love with pretty dresses or a crisp new blouse, this small moment of reflection has saved me from clutter more times than I can count. A practical example, the day I bought a new dress that made me feel confident and feminine, I came home and pulled out an old one that had completely lost its shape. It had served me well, but it no longer made me feel good when I wore it, so it was time to let go. Another time, I bought a fresh white work shirt perfectly fitted and crisp. In exchange, I donated an older shirt whose underarm area had yellowed over time. Choosing which item to release actually felt liberating, like making space for a better version of myself. Over time, this rule has taught me to buy fewer things, but better things. My wardrobe stays manageable, the shelves never feel cramped, and every piece I keep has a purpose. It's a small habit, yet it creates a closet that feels intentional, breathable, and genuinely supportive of my lifestyle. Let's revisit the 5-minute closet method, a calm, manageable approach that transforms your wardrobe through tiny, consistent steps. I used to avoid closet cleaning because it felt like such a huge task. The moment I opened the doors and saw everything piled together, I would instantly feel overwhelmed. But when I told myself, tonight I'm only handling this one small drawer, everything changed. 5 minutes doesn't feel intimidating. 5 minutes is something I can manage even after a long, tiring day. One evening, I focused only on my underwear drawer. I removed what I didn't wear anymore, refolded the rest, and closed it, feeling oddly proud of such a tiny victory. The next day, I spent another 5 minutes on my t-shirt section, just sorting, refolding, and removing 1 or 2 pieces that no longer fit my style. By the weekend, I gathered my declutter bag, which had quietly filled up throughout the week, and went through it all at once. With better lighting and a clearer mind, deciding what to keep, donate, or recycle felt so much easier. This gradual approach removes the pressure, the guilt, and the excuses, and it gives me momentum without draining my energy, and little by little, the wardrobe becomes a calmer, cleaner space built from many small, gentle steps that never feel overwhelming. Keeping your wardrobe tidy really comes down to a few small, consistent habits, and now you've seen how simple changes like upright folding, hanger reversal, and smarter storage can create a cleaner, calmer closet without overwhelming effort. These methods only work when you use them. So take a moment this week to try 1 or 2 tips from the video and let your space slowly transform itself. You'll be surprised how quickly your closet starts feeling lighter and easier to manage. And if you want to continue building a more intentional lifestyle, make sure you watch my video on everyday Japanese-inspired habits that quietly upgrade your routines and mindset. It's packed with practical wisdom you truly shouldn't skip, and it would be such a loss to miss out on those life-changing ideas. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Someone you love might really need these simple organizing habits, and you deserve a home that feels more breathable every single day.